In this month's monthly mantra video, I'm going to share with you a recent business trip that I took to Medellín, Colombia, where I had the opportunity to collaborate with my colleagues, meet amazing people, and learn new things that I definitely plan to incorporate into my tool shed to help me be a more effective leader in healthcare. I can't wait to share this experience with you. Check it out. What's up, y'all? How are you? Happy December. It's your girl, Tiffany Robinson, here from Beyond RCM Revenue Cycle Management, aka Coach Tiff. And I am super excited to get into this month's monthly mindset. So, first and foremost, before I jump into that, I just want to say really quickly that as of this recording, we have hit 75,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? 75,000 subscribers. Man, thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Clearly, you all are finding the information on this channel useful because we are growing. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And if this is your first time checking us out today, Beyond RCM is a YouTube channel that is designed for healthcare professionals in the administrative space. So you can be a healthcare administrator, you could be a medical biller, a medical coder, an auditor, a CDI professional. You can be contemplating getting into the healthcare space. There is something on this channel for everyone. We talk about evolving topics related to healthcare, but most importantly, we also talk about taking care of ourselves and how we can grow as individuals so that we not only grow in our professional lives, but we grow, period. So if this is something that you think you would be interested in, I'm happy that you're here with us for the first time, but I want you to come back. So be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Okay. So let's jump into it. So as you saw from the intro, I just came back not too long ago from a business trip. So when I am not here creating content on the YouTube channel, by day, I am a director of revenue cycle management for a healthcare organization. And our leadership decided to take us to an executive team building summit in Medellín, Colombia. Oh my God. First of all, before I get into this month's monthly mindset mantra, let me just take a moment to just shout out Colombia. What a beautiful country. I had so much fun. Like, I learned so much in the executive leadership training, but when we were not in workshops, I was able to just explore the beauty of this country. The people, oh my God, the people were just so amazing, so friendly. I mean, even though I didn't speak the language and I had to use my Google Translator a lot, everyone was just so warm, so inviting, so friendly. I got to meet team members that I have worked with remotely for the past 2 years. I got to finally meet them in person. So it was just such a beautiful trip on so many levels. So shout out to Colombia. Can't wait to go back. But, other than the beautiful people and the beautiful culture, I went on a leadership training, and one thing about this channel that I am always talking about the importance of being a lifelong learner. And although I share a lot of my experience and expertise on this channel, there is still a lot that I don't know and I need to learn. So as I'm helping individuals learn some of the things that I've already learned, I'm also learning new things myself. So on this executive leadership training, I got introduced to the world of Lean and Six Sigma in corporate training. So, funny joke, I've always seen ever so often individuals on LinkedIn who put in their bios that they are Lean and Six Sigma certified, but never really understood what it meant. Truth be told, I thought Six Sigma was some type of like martial arts, like training or certification. So but kind of not, because I'm like, why would they brag about that on LinkedIn? But anyway, let me focus. So I never really quite knew what Lean and Six Sigma training was. So our chief administrative officer at the company that I work for is Lean and Six Sigma certified, and they introduced us to this training. So I was very excited to learn something new, but most importantly, I was very excited to contemplate ways that I could take what I learned in this training and bring it back to my teams back at work. And also, how can I apply some of these concepts potentially to my everyday life, right? So the concept of lean, it comes from it's a Japanese concept, and it's built on a concept called muda. Okay. And now let me just say, I'm not a lean expert. As I've said, I'm not a Six Sigma expert. As I've said, I am learning this with you. So I'm sharing with you what I've learned, and I look forward to learning more and delving deeper into this concept. So the lean concept comes from Japan, and it comes from a phrase called muda. And the primary focus of muda is to eliminate waste. So anything that is in excess, that is being wasteful, the whole purpose of muda is to examine areas where there is waste and to eliminate that waste, to make sure that we are utilizing resources effectively and we're not being wasteful. So we did a lot of team building exercises, really thinking about areas where we could eliminate waste in the corporate space. And as a director of RCM, it really provoked me to think about ways that our teams are potentially wasting time, because, many healthcare organizations use lean, for example, in hospitals and medical facilities, and it's easy to see tangible things that are being wasted, supplies, things of that nature. But when you are working in more of an administrative environment, more of especially a remote virtual environment, I looked at it from a different perspective. I looked at it from the perspective of, where are we wasting time and effort? Where are we wasting our team members that are resources to the company, that we can eliminate that waste and be more effective and be more lean, right? Because lean means that you're more in focus, right? You're eliminating and you're trimming the excess fat, and you're lean, right? So in doing these team building exercises on being lean and understanding muda, it really had me thinking about the ways that I needed to eliminate waste with my teams. And it also had me thinking about ways in my personal life where I can eliminate certain things around the house that could be interpreted as wasteful. And then the other component of the training was the Six Sigma training. Now, normally when you hear Lean Six Sigma, you think that they're one thing, like Lean Six Sigma, but it's actually two different philosophies. It started out as two different philosophies, and then eventually many organizations took what was great in Lean and took what was great in Six Sigma and melded it together. So Six Sigma was really pioneered by the company Motorola. If you're a certain age, you had a Motorola phone. Motorola was, before there was Apple, there was Motorola. So Motorola really pioneered the concept of Six Sigma. And the primary focus was improving quality by shifting our processes to achieve superior outcomes. So Six Sigma really looked at the entire process to get something done. So think of it more like manufacturing, right? When you work in manufacturing, there are many different steps that need to take place before you get that final product. But sometimes as you go through the process of manufacturing and you see all of the different steps involved, you realize that there may be steps that are not needed, steps that are, creating a bad outcome. So Motorola really pioneered the Six Sigma concept by consistently looking at the process of manufacturing and looking at ways where they could be more efficient. They iterated, they kept changing and streamlining the process until they received the maximum quality product. So Six Sigma is really about, when I look at it as someone in the healthcare administrative space, it's really about looking at a process interdepartmentally, following that process through from start to finish, and seeing ways that you can make the process more efficient, make the process most efficient to achieve the best possible outcome. And obviously, in doing a training like that, as a leader, I began to look at my different teams and some of the processes that, we may be accustomed to doing because everybody knows how to do it and it's very easy for them to do. But is it the best way for them to do it? Are we maximizing time? Are we maximizing efficiency? Are we getting the best possible outcome? So again, in doing this training and working and team building with my colleagues, it really had me as a leader getting out of my own way, or getting out of the way of this is the way we've always done it, and pushing myself to come up with new ways that we could be more efficient, save time, and get the best possible outcome. And again, I take that into everyday life. What are we doing in everyday life where we're in a routine, and because we're constantly doing that routine, we're used to it and we think, well, this is the way we've always done it. Doesn't make it the best routine, doesn't make it the most efficient routine, doesn't make it the routine that gives us the best possible outcome. So saying all that to say that after coming back from this amazing experience, I decided that for this month, as we close out 2024, I am going to, my watch was going off. It was time to take my vitamins. Focus. I am going to lean into learning. I'm going to lean into learning, and I'm going to lean into evolving. So the monthly mindset mantra for this month is lean into evolving. Evolving means that we don't stop growing. We don't stop looking for ways to become leaner, to become more efficient, to become more knowledgeable. So I want to lean into evolving, not because I did something for the past 12 months that worked, means that I don't need to look at ways where I can grow, where I can become more lean, where I can maximize my efficiency and have a better version of my quality of work, have a better version of myself. It's all about looking at yourself, looking at the things we're doing daily and saying, where is there room to improve? So my monthly mindset for this month is lean into evolving. Let's lean into evolving and growing, especially as we wind down 2024 and go into a new year. Another concept that I learned at this conference that I thought was so cool, and it was more, we delved into this more on the Six Sigma training component. There's a concept called failing fast. And what Motorola and companies who utilize the Six Sigma philosophy do is they try new things. They look at new ways to do things. But when they realize that that new way is not working, rather than try to force it to work, they have a concept called failing fast. And failing fast means that you recognize that something you thought might have been a good idea and you tried it out, you realize it's not working, and you have many valid reasons. Now, when I say fail fast, I don't mean you didn't try the process, you didn't work the process efficiently. Failing fast requires you to work the process the way it's supposed to be worked. But at the point where you work the process the way it's supposed to be worked and you discover it's not working, you stop doing it and you pivot on to something else. And I thought that was so cool because even professionally, sometimes you get so stuck on a workflow or a new product that you're introducing, to your team, and you thought the product would work one way, but then when you roll it out into your teams, it doesn't work that way. And you're trying to fit you're trying to fit a square into a circle. It's just not going to work. So, it also prompted me to look at different initiatives that we had put in place interdepartmentally that we keep trying to remix to get it to work the way we want it to work. But the real question is it capable of working that way? And if it's not, then we need to just accept it for what it is and, move on to something else. But again, I throw that over to my personal life. Where are there areas where I'm trying certain things and, it's not working and I'm still trying to fiddle with it to make it work? it may not be capable of working. It might be a fail fast situation where I tried it, it didn't work, need to move on to something else. So a lot of cool stuff. I mean, there were so many other things so many other nuggets that I got through this workshop that I would love to share with you, but this video would be a lot longer if I did that. So I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with a Chinese proverb. And that Chinese proverb is, learning is a treasure that follows its owner everywhere. Learning is a treasure that follows its owner everywhere. I received the treasure of this trip to Colombia, where I got to visit a beautiful country that I had never visited before. I got to sit and break bread with beautiful people and learn a culture and just observe a culture that was different from my own. So that was a treasure that I got from that experience. And I also got a treasure of learning a new concept that is no doubt going to help me be a better leader, not only in my professional life, but it's also going to help me in my personal life. So there were many treasures from this trip to Colombia, and I definitely plan to take those treasures with me almost everywhere where applicable. Because if I'm hanging out with my friends, I don't need to be thinking about Lean and Six Sigma. But where applicable, I intend to take these treasures with me. And I want to encourage you to lean into evolving this month and look at the different things that you can learn. And as you learn these different things, may these concepts and ideas and things that you're learning, may they become treasures to you that you can take with you everywhere. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me for this monthly mindset mantra video. My name is Tiffany Robinson, and I want to wish you a happy holidays and all the best for the new year. Bye.